In 1997, demolition crews tore into an abandoned hospital in Gary, Indiana. They found a sealed wing in the basement, 14 patient rooms fully furnished, surgery tools laid out mid-procedure. But according to every hospital record that ever existed, this wing was never built. St. Mary's Hospital operated for 87 years, from 1908 to 1995. Thousands of patients, hundreds of staff, meticulous records. When the city condemned the building, they hired Midwest Demolition to tear it down. The crew had blueprints. They knew the layout, or so they thought. On day 3 of demolition, a crew member named Vincent Capello broke through a basement wall with a sledgehammer. Behind it, a steel door, no rust, no dust. It looked brand new. Above it, a small plaque, Ward 7B. Capello checked the blueprints. Ward 7B was marked on the plans, but it didn't exist in any hospital directory. The door was locked from the outside, not with a padlock, with a deadbolt and chain system designed to keep something in. Capello's supervisor made the call. Open it. The hinges screamed when they pried it loose. The air that escaped was stale, cold, like opening a tomb. Inside, a long hallway, 14 patient rooms, each one furnished with a metal bed frame, a side table, and a single chair. The beds still had linens, folded, crisp, like housekeeping had just made them. Medical equipment from the 1940s lined the walls, oxygen tanks, IV stands, all perfectly arranged. There were no windows, no ventilation shafts, no air circulation of any kind. The crew put on respirators before entering. The walls were cinder block, soundproofed. At the end of the hall, they found the surgery theatre, instruments laid out on trays, clamps, scalpels, bone saws, positioned as if someone had just stepped away. Capello's crew stopped work and called the city. Inspectors arrived with hospital records dating back to 1908, patient logs, staff directories, budget documents, architectural plans. Ward 7B appeared on the original 1908 blueprints. But nowhere else. No patients were ever assigned to it. No staff ever worked there. No construction invoices exist for building it. The medical equipment was stranger. Some of it matched 1940s models, but other pieces were prototypes, experimental devices that never went into production. A respirator with no manufacturer markings, a restraint system with reinforced steel beyond anything used in psychiatric care, and medication vials with labels that had been scraped off. In the surgery theatre, they found a logbook, handwritten entries, no names, just numbers. Patient 003, patient 017, patient 041. The entries stopped abruptly in November 1952. The last entry read, "Procedure incomplete. Subject unresponsive to standard termination protocol. Recommend permanent isolation." Vincent Capello spent 40 minutes inside Ward 7B documenting everything. When he emerged, his supervisor said he looked 20 years older. He finished his shift, collected his paycheck, and quit the next day. He moved to Arizona 2 weeks later. He told his daughter only one thing about what he saw. Some rooms are meant to stay closed. The city of Gary immediately sealed the site. Federal agents arrived within 24 hours. Not from OSHA, not from the EPA. No one identified which agency they represented. They confiscated all documentation, photos, and equipment the crew had used inside Ward 7B. They interviewed every worker separately. Each one was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Within a week, the entire basement level was filled with concrete. Not demolished, filled, entombed. The official explanation: structural instability and asbestos contamination. The city classified all findings related to Ward 7B for 50 years. The documents are sealed until 2047. Anyone who asks why is told there's nothing to release. But questions remain. If Ward 7B never officially existed, who built it? Who worked there? And who were the 41 subjects in that logbook? St Mary's Hospital treated the public for 9 decades. But for at least 1 decade in the 1940s, it also treated people the public never knew about. The land where St Mary's Hospital stood is now an empty lot. The demolition was completed in 1998. The concrete plug sealing Ward 7B remains underground. Occasionally, urban explorers try to dig down to it. They never get far. Security cameras were installed in 2003. No permits were filed. No one knows who monitors them. Vincent Capello died in 2019. His daughter found his personal notes in a storage unit after his death. Among them, a single photograph he'd taken inside. Ward 7B before the confiscation. She won't describe what's in it, but she keeps it in a safe deposit box. And she's never gone back to Gary, Indiana. Somewhere beneath an empty lot in Gary, Indiana, 14 patient rooms still exist. Surgery tools still rest on metal trays, and a logbook still sits open to November 1952. The federal government knows what happened there. In 27 years, we might know too. Until then, Ward 7B remains exactly what it was designed to be, a place that doesn't exist, for people who are never supposed to be found.